Good evening, and how are you doing? Welcome to our today's lesson. Remember, it is the one that bounced yesterday. When we say it bounced, there are very many things that can make a lesson to bounce. There are people there who can relate to what I'm saying. The lesson has bounced. There's, you know, in some people, bouncing lesson means a lot, and it can. If you are a business person, when you are in college, like when the lesson bounce, you go to and do your business. Yesterday, it bounced because of a reason I don't know. Um, I don't know what happened to my network. I'm far away from my village, so I cannot play my village people, and it was not actually able to proceed. But I thank God. I prayed and I said, please let this lesson proceed. So the lesson we are having today was for yesterday, and the topic is character and morality. If I give you a notebook, then I ask you, don't write your name, just write for me. At the rate of 10, what is your character? What is the rate of your character and morality as per the norms in the society? Of course, I came to realize some norms are noble in some families, but not in others. Like uh, in some families, when there were visitors, in us, it was like when a visitor is around, just greet them and walk away. Enda uchunge ng'ombe, enda mahali ingine. In another family, like unaweza chezea mahali visitors wako, hata unabanda kwa shoulders ya the visitor. Like it was normal. And your mom was, this person lacks good character. This person is of good character. But this one is not of character. We can put it. Even when most of us who are traveling by public means, unaona venye mtu anajibishana na conductor, unaona this person there is something mama yake hakumfunza. Sijui mbona wasemangi baba yake hakumfunza. Tunasemanga kuna kitu mama yako hakukufunza. So even by the way of dressing, kuna kitu mama yake hakumfunza. Why? There are standards of measures. Like mtu anaambiwa lipa pesa, anaambia conductor aje kunisumbua bwana, si najua nalipa. Like what was wrong by telling the conductor nitalipa, tulia kidogo, nimekalia kwa mfuko ya nyuma na iko na pesa ndakulipa. Oh, unafikiria ndatoroka na pesa yako na ni 30 bob? Huyo conductor ako hapo juu hiyo 30 bob. So you will always know mtu mwenye ako na good character or not. From the way you speak, someone can know your character. From the way you dress, sijipiki debe, lakini when it comes to dressing, mimi, I don't make jokes there. We can make jokes other ways, but mimi, Burale, some others there, we don't make jokes in dressing. Others, like if I want to go to the shop, what if nikutane na CS wa something? What if nikutane na president? What if nikutane na deputy president? What if nikutane na mtu wa muhimu kama wewe pale nje? Really, mimi ukitaka kuniona venye nimefaa venye nataka, ndakuwa kwangu. So the other way that you can know that someone is of poor character is, I mean, how someone just interacts with people outside there. There are very many things. Let me tell you, you always know whether you are of good character or of bad character. Mimi sitaki kujua tabia zako mbaya ama mzuri. Mimi kitu moja nataka kujua ni, by any chance, are you trying to pass your bad character to somebody who is younger? And my answer is, please don't. Even if you know that there are some things which are not better, which should not be done, please, wacha ikuwe ni yako, tabia zako mbaya, lakini don't pass it to the coming generation. Even if there is something bad you guys doing, hide them, do them when you are alone. But when you are passing it to somebody younger, mwambie bwana, hii kitu haikubaliki hivi. This is, or this should be the right way. You know, I saw someone, I'm not siingilili watu wanafuta sigara, nyinyi futeni sigara yenu, sisi na ubaya na nyinyi. Somebody was like, alikuwa ananiambia, by the way, you know my children have never seen me smoking. Nikamuuliza why? they should never know that I'm smoking. They've never seen, nikamuza how. Akaniambia, if there is something I would want my children not to pick, is what I'm doing. What? Smoking and drinking. Nikamuuliza, now, by any chance, Aruf akaniambia no. Kama kuna kitu alijipromise kwamba none of his children would ever see him smoking. Wewe sijakwambia, I'm not saying smoking is bad. Wewe hata sasa I'm sure hata sasa kuna mtu ananiwatch akiwa amefanya hivi. Kwanza niliona mwingine anashika mbili, anamalizia hii, anamalizia hii. Hii ni brand nyingine, hii ni ya Uganda, hii ni ya Kenya, ama sio ya Tanzania. But any behavior, even me, there's some behaviors I'm feeling like, oh God, my children should never get this from me. My children should never get this from me. But my issue is, please pass the correct thing to the coming generation. One thing that should actually pay in you is when you mislead a young person. I was saying yesterday before the network interrupted me that during those days, behavior was communal. Like your child was my child. Your child's future was my future also. Like I should have to watch on it. Nowadays, if I quarrel, leave alone pinching your child. If I quarrel at him or her, like you are doing it bad, trust me, you will be on me. Achana na mtoto wangu. Nowadays, kuna kitu inaitwa serikali. Kuna kitu inaitwa police. Like you just joke with someone's child, amekushikia P3, the next day, then you find yourself standing in court explaining what were you doing with your neighbor's child. Why did you tell your neighbor this is wrong? Who told you the rules in your house applies in the other place house? That is how we started losing. By the way, just to compare, I'm one of the few remnants and some other guys who actually we try to maintain the behavior we were taught by our parents, by our grandparents, by our neighbors, by our chiefs, all those people. Nowadays, even chief anaogopa kushika mtoto wa mtu. Why? Kuna kitu inaitwa kotini. I was telling my students the other day that unaona hii serikali inakutetea. Oh, huyu ni mwanafunzi, hafai kufanyiwa hivi, sijui nini. Unaona hiyo serikali inakutetea. My friend, after umefika 18 years and above, hiyo serikali itakukujia. Hao polisi wanakutetea sahi. Hatuwezi kukukusa, hatuwezi kukuambia hii ni wrong. Oh, sijui nini. We are seeing you doing a bad behavior, then at some point you want to say, it's my choice. Mimi niliambia watu wangu, mimi sio watu wangu na kina nani, lakini let them know this. Your rights apply kwako kama utakuwa nayo, lakini as far as uko kwangu, the rights of my place will apply. Ukienda kotini, twende tu kotini. Yes, like wewe sema my dad is doing this and this, but kama unataka kufanya tabia mbaya uko, kama unataka kubehave kama mtoto hana character uko. But anyway, we will try our best to do what? To raise good children. Somebody was saying, I don't know who was saying that, like, parenting has no sure manual. Hakuna kitabu ya this is the book for parenting. We just try our best. And by the way, I was challenging a friend of mine. Nikamuuliza, hizi tabia mbaya uko nazo nani alikufunza? Mama yako? Hapana. Baba yako? Hapana. Nani? Nilijifunza kwa street huku. Good. Very good. So unapata mtu mamake hakumfunza kuwa mwizi, lakini yeye ni mwizi. Mamake hakumfunza immorality, but he or she is number one akisunguka. Mamake hakumfunza kuwa mlevi, but ni mlevi. Don't blame a parent because of this. Don't blame anyone because of this. Okay, at some point also, kuna ingine unaona, this one was the negligence of the parent. But kuna ingine unaona yenyewe huyu mzazi alijaribu. He did all the best. She did all the best. Huyu mtoto tu alianza mwenyewe akamisbehave, we don't know where, how, but alijipata misbehave. Have you never seen a pastor? Pastor tu mkubwa tu, yani pastor tu inafika Sunday anaweka ile kola. Mtoto wake kwanza anafuta bangi. Wa pili akochela ni rapist. Wa tatu anapiganga watu engeta usiku. Wa nne aliaje shule class 6. I mean, vitu tu mbaya simemfuata. Yeah, this is a pastor. Was try to raise the best. Then kuna chief anasumbuana tu na watu, anaambia watu behave very well, mtoto wake ndiye anashikwa usiku akifunja duka, na ni chief anafunza watu. Then we have a drunkard who has raised a pastor. For sure, parenting has no specific manual. My today's lesson is character and morality. Where are you watching me from? I would like to know where you're watching me from. Shifting Grades Online School. Anasema we are following you, and who? Where are you watching me from? Shifting Grades. Serial Watch, following all the way from Kangundo, and thank you so much for watching me. Now, I'm saying this. What are some of the... I want us to give like 10 examples of behaviors that can be categorized. And when you see someone doing them, you will know very well this person is disciplined. This person is of good character. This person is of good morals. This person is okay in terms of character and morality. Please, those who are online, kindly type for me one character, because we are supposed to make them 10. Just 10 characters. You know, it's a lesson. I said it's a lesson, and a lesson should take 40 minutes, and a lesson should be interactive. You also interact. Let me get 2 from Shifting Grades, and let me get 2 from Sally Alwatch. Let me also get 2 from Evelyn Jelangat, who is watching me all the way from Nandi. Then Joyce Otieno, kindly let me also get 1 point from you. Like, what are some of the behaviors which, when you see someone doing more so young kids, by the way, I want us, okay, let me not take them down to the young kids. And by the way, how is my audio, Nani? Choice Otieno, how is my audio? Can you hear me very well? If you can hear me very well, okay. Some people are saying I'm very clear. By the way, let me make this also very clear. Ukiona imeanza kusunguka hivi, don't leave the lesson. It's just a matter of network. I cannot be stopping lessons every day because imeanza kusunguka hivi. Wewe ikisunguka, wewe kaa hapo. Ikianza kusoma, wewe pia endelea kusoma. We cannot be stopping because of network. Now, number one, Shifting Grades is saying respect to others. In fact, I'm writing. I don't know what kind of a person are you when you're not writing. Unasenda hapo kwa chat where just chat someone, mwambie character, behaviors that shows that you have a good character. Number one, respect to others. Yani, this one means unaheshimu wengine. Maana mtu hana heshima. Like, you're doing something. So, okay, respect is something also that is wide, but of course, I can give an example of a behavior that shows that you are respectful, and a behavior that shows that you lack respect. Kuheshimu wengine. For example, you send your child to go and fetch for you water. I know they cannot try, but by the way, don't say they cannot. I've seen a child telling mzazi, hiyo sifanyi. You tell a child do this, anakuambia sifanyi. That shows that the child is not respecting you. The child is not respecting you. Lakini, like if you're in school, most of us here are teachers. If you're in school, then you tell a student, can you kneel down? Na akatae. That shows. Sorry, to go point number 2, someone is saying showing empathy. Showing empathy. Empathy and sympathy. By the way, can you give me the difference between empathy and sympathy? Showing empathy. That is number 2. Showing empathy. Nani, mwenye ametupa your point, kindly, we are looking for the explanation of empathy. Sympathy ni kuwa na huruma. Empathy ni kufanya nini? To your point. Evelyn Chelangata anasema good. And then Sally Alwatch anasema already inasunguka. Wacha isunguke. Lesson must proceed. Hata kama itasunguka for 3 minutes, unisikize for 2 minutes, isunguke for 3 minutes, I will proceed. Now, tuko number 3. What shows somebody is of a good character? Dressing. Hii ukitaka tukosane ni sawa tu. Dressing. Amedress vizuri. Umeona mtu anadress kwa tao, okay. Amedress mpaka watu wote wanataka hivi wanaangalia. Mpaka anafanya watu wanakosana na mzee tu alikuwa anatembea na bibi yake vizuri. Anataka hivi. Anapata kofi ya bibi hii side nyingine. Like, why don't you dress well? Yes, that is number 3. Hiyo ni yangu. There is a dressing you can see somebody anatembea unaona kitovu. Mimi sina ubaya, kitovu siwende uonyeshe. Kwani nani ana kitovu jamani? Nikimiss kuona kitovu sindaona yangu hivi. Sina ubaya na wewe. Lakini tunasema hivi, by the way, hakuna haja sisi tutembee kwa barabara kama tumekasirika, because mimi naonanga mtu amedress vibaya, like nakasirika. So hakuna haja utembee kama nimekasirika kila siku. Si udress tu vizuri, vaa suti. By the way, kuna suti ya ladies. Vaa tu vizuri, tokelezea kama lawyer. Hata ukipanda kwa gari unaheshimiwa. Kuna mahali kwa gari huko nyuma inakuanga na watu 3, lakini madereva wanaweka ikuwe 4. Lakini mimi nikifikanga hapo, wanasemanga hapana, tuongeze mwingine, please we respect you. And I feel good. They respect me. Wewe unafanya kama nguo ilikuwa iko kwa duka. By the way, there is a joke that a conductor lakini conductors maneno mnatoanga wapi? Alikuwa anangojea mtu mwenye, tulikuwa tumepanda gari, not yesterday, a day, another day, tukienda tao. Like, tumemngojea kwa barabara because alikuwa amemeka call to the office, so anangojea afike. Anafika nguo ni conductor akamwambia hiyo time umewaste, ungetumia kushona nguo. So dressing. Number 4, nataka tuende number 4. Number 4, someone is saying good communication. Hapo umenail it, Evelyn Chelangat from Nandi. Good communication. Mimi naandika lakini kuna mtu aandiki. Haina shida. Ni sawa, good communication. Like, unauliza mtu, okay, leave alone jokes. Wewe na marafiki zako, umeuliza mtu unaenda wapi, anakuambia tunaenda mbinguni. Like, that person anakuambia aje? Lacks communication. But proper communication with respect in communication again, because our point number 1 was respect. You will know that this person actually has been taken. By the way, kuna mzazi alipeleka mtoto wake shule communication. Huyo mtoto alikuwa hajui kuongea na watu. Mkiongea naye 2 minutes umekasirika. Unamwambia nani si ulete kitabu, anakuambia si nimesema naleta. Shangaa sasa wewe, si useme tu. Ajui kama anakuoffend. Mamake akasema, I think mamake alimwachiria mtu wa kumfunza courteous in communication. So good communication is one of them. Now, mimi nasoma some of the behaviors that shows that somebody is of good character and of good morals. Ya Alwoj ameandika nini, ameandika already inasunguka, lakini hapo jina ameandika showing empathy to others. Umekataa kunielezea what is the meaning of empathy is simply putting yourself in someone's shoes, and sympathy is a sorrow. Sorrow ni kuonea mtu huruma. Okay, lakini empathy umesema simply putting yourself in someone's shoes. That definition is because of Sally Alwoj. Yeye amedefine hiyo, putting yourself in someone's shoes. Amesema showing empathy. Now, Amani anasema being honest. By the way, do you know if you are dishonest, you are of bad character. You are of poor character. We don't need you. Being honest. Honest. Kusema ukweli. Kusema ukweli inamaanisha wewe uko honest. In fact, kuna document una feeling, alafu pale jini una affirm. I have been honest to the best of my knowledge. The information provided above is to the best of my knowledge. Like, aujadanganya, you are very honest. Lakini if you are not honest, umeambiwa you are dishonest. It means kuna kitu haikuingiana vizuri, kuna kitu haukusema ukweli, ukaambiwa you are dishonest. And that person that is alikucategorize to the part of poor morals, negative morals, bad character. Haya, sawa. We are doing well. Shifting great and them, being responsible and accountable. Accountability comes with honest. So let me combine that point with the one that I've just given. Accountability comes with honest. Yes. So we are at point number 5. So we are still moving on. What is some of the behaviors that can be categorized that when you see someone possessing them, you will know very well this person is of good character? What is that? Eh, yani ile unaangalia mtu unajua, this person is behaving so well. Mhm. Yes, we are moving on. So when you are there, please tell me. Choice Atieno amesema kindness. Hiyo nataka to discuss. And you will also tell me. Does being kind shows that you are of good character, of good morals? Kindness is a virtue. It is also, for those who are Christians, the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Does it have anything to do with character? Someone to guide me there. Does it have anything to do with character? By the way, let me thank those who are the first who are joining for the first time and welcome you to our daily lessons. Daily lessons. This is on YouTube, Ambassador Speaks. And for those, most of you are actually returning viewers who are always here for the sake of learning and for the sake of the support to the ambassador on this particular uh, channel. We are moving on very well. If you have not given yours, kindly give. So Otieno has said kindness. Let me put it, but of course, I'm still waiting for your contribution. Whether kindness shows, because if I'm not kind, does it mean I'm of bad character? I'm just trying to think big. Kindness is a virtue that means you are not mean. Someone is saying, Imani is saying that I don't think so, because someone can do kind deeds to just please others and not because they mean it. Yeah, it's going down, it's panning out. Okay. Yeah. Now, we- uh, let me put there as one of the virtues, or as one of the ways that you can show that you are of good morals and character. Yes, that one. Let me uh, let me place it there. But as we're moving on, let me know about kindness. Now, again, we are moving on, but I'm still waiting from you. I'm still I still want to hear from you. Like, what are some of the behaviors that can be categorized as of good character? We are at number 6. We still have 7, 8, 9, and 10. But in that, let me cut you short, Kidoko, and ask you a question. Who has the responsibility to mentor the character of young people? Who has the responsibility of mentoring the character of the wrong people? I want to say, one, the parent. You are the main one. Don't even depend on the teachers. Number two is the teachers, of course. But most nowadays, let me tell you this: most parents have left the work of bringing good morals to their children. They have left it to the teachers, and teachers are very busy teaching mathematics. They are very busy teaching chemistry. They are very busy teaching English and other things. Though in English, there is somewhere they teach about character. Now, huyu mwalimu amepewa lessons 4 kwa wiki, hana time ya kufunza character, hata akipata tu ni kidogo. Lakini the biggest person to teach about character should be the parents. If teachers get time, they also teach about character. Of course, the other person we are writing, the other person is a pastor for those who goes to church. But again, and pastor ana meet once per week. Mzazi ako na mtoto every day tangu akiwa mdogo mpaka 18 years. Mwalimu ako na mtoto kwa shule for the longest time, but ashapewa kitu ya kufunza. Mwalimu ashadesigniwa syllabus with the government, like funza hii leo, kesho funza hii. Hakuna mahali tumeambiwa tufunze character. Character mainly is taught by the parent. After 18 years, mtu ajitafutie character yake. Like for me, I purposed, please let me go the right way, the character. Lakini from 0 to 18 years, most of them were done by my parents and my grandmother's grandfather. They actually molded me. So Parents, it's your biggest responsibility to mold the characters of your children. It is your biggest responsibility. Somebody was saying, of which I agree with that person. The person said this: children, or rather pupils or students, they respect parents than anybody else. If I give an opinion and a parent gives an opinion, the child will always vex the opinion of the parent. Did you hear me? Yes. But now again, the parents are not available. Who will the children talk to? Or who will the children pick the advice from? They will pick the advices from a stranger. Who are the strangers? Strangers are teachers. Strangers are other students. Strangers are people they meet on the way while traveling to school or out or to school or from school. Strangers are people they meet somewhere. I mean, someone who is not a parent, a family member, is a stranger. Do you believe, you as a parent, do you believe that a stranger can educate, can direct your child the way you could have done it? Really? No. Why? The stranger might be having another something behind him or her that he wants to benefit from. Na wewe uko hapo, utakutana na mtoto wako akiwa na 14 years. You are trying to kumweka laini. Ilipotea kitabu. Why? Haujakuwa. There was a day I was complaining. I was complaining about, I don't know kama inafanyika mahali mimi niko peke yangu. Umeona mtoto wa nursery grade sijui saa ngapi, that student at 5:30 pm, nimeona mwingine 5:30 am, not pm, anangojea gari aende shule 5:30 am, na ni mtoto wa BP1 BP2, mtoto wa grade 3 anafika shule aje 6 am. I mean, ni nini hiyo mnaenda kusomea kwa shule 6 am? Na huyo mtoto anarudi nyumbani saa ngapi? 5 majioni huko. So my question, I was just having a discussion with some guys, and somebody told me, by the way, do you know, it is parents who are running away from responsibilities. Like, eri mzazi amuke saa 10 amushe mtoto hata analia. By the way, most of them they are crying while going to school. Anafika shule anakutana na strangers. I'm sorry, teachers, quite strangers, but it is true. We are strangers to those children. Now, kumbe mzazi hataki kukaa na mtoto. Mimi nikikuwa CS wa education, ama PS, ama anything, I can make a decision up there. Bwana, nitakuwa nazunguka mashule, nikipata before 8 nipate mtoto ako shule, mtoto wa grade 6 na kurudi chini ako shule, hapo naye mtakula rafu. Bwana mzazi, mtoto aende to the nearest school. Kwa barabara nisipata before 7 nisipata kari ya shule kwa barabara. Ni nini hiyo mnapeleka wana? Mimi nilikuwa nafika shule saa 2. Narudi saa 6 niko nyumbani. Au wenu by saa 3 washasoma for 3 hours na saa 3 asubuhi. By saa 7 ndio wamefika nusu ya kusoma. Wanasoma mpaka jioni. But still after form 4, I mean not form 4, class 8. We are performing almost, I mean, in fact, we did better than most of them. Like, mzazi wewe unataka kuparticipate wapi kwa character ya mtoto wako? Ati mimi najua mtoto wangu, au hujui mtoto wako bwana? Wewe ulisahau kumjua mtoto wako kitambo. Like, anafika jioni amechoka, anafanya assignment kidogo hapa na pale, amechoka. You cannot even monitor the character. And the other way, sina ubaya na boarding schools, lakini kama mahali huko kuna day school, mtoto aende day school. Jioni unamwangalia, hata fanya anaongea, hata fanya anakaa, hata fanya ana dress, hata even the posture. Umewahi ona mtu anatembea akichurusha hivi like ameboeka na maisha? It shows something in the life of that child. Mwalimu wana ubaya. Mwalimu amesema kama mimi in my class niko na wanafunzi ngapi? I have over 50. Where will I get time now to concentrate on your one child about character? But of course, I can mold character very well. I molded, Evelyn Chelangat can tell you this, and I can agree with me. I molded the behavior of 54 girls, and all of them went out of Form 4 when they were well behaved. That's one thing that I will be proud forever. Like, they did well. Everybody was telling me, your class, kuna ka behavior kazuri wako nayo. There's a teacher I sent her to go and teach my class. Nakambe, ipenda hiyo class yangu enda ufunze usikie wanasemaje. When she came back, he told me, when I was teaching your class, it was like I was teaching angels. Yani, very well behaved. Like, they would show empathy. The one that Alwuch was mentioning there. Even when you get to class some minutes late, they will ask you, hey, are you okay? Like, teacher, you are not used to coming late. You will know these people are of character. Even when you change kidogo, like there's something, they will ask, hey, teacher, leo uko sawa kuna kitu. Like, they were of the best character. So what am I saying? A teacher, yes, may be willing to mold the behavior and character of your child. But the question is this: does that teacher have enough time to do all those? The question is, the teacher may not have enough time to mold the character of the children. During those other days, our days, it was the responsibility of anyone. As long as mtu ni mkubwa, whether alienda shule ama kwenda shule, wakishasema this is wrong, it was wrong. And remember, by the way, whatever was wrong kwa familia ya kina Seli was also wrong in our family. Whatever was right there was right in our family. Like, I remember when something happens, even when my parents are far, they would ask, nani yako around? Anaambiwa so and so, anakata simu, acha kunisumbua. Kuna mtu mkubwa uko around, na mnanipigia simu. Why? It was the responsibility of everyone. Hata nikikosea shule, si lazima niende kuna mzazi wangu. Anybody grown up from my family can take me to school. And behavior was the main thing. Nowadays, there was a friend of mine, a colleague, somewhere, far away from here. Aliniambia bora mimi nifunze mtoto apate A ama B, as long as amepata grade yake mzuri, hiyo maneno na character achana na mimi. Nikamwambia no. Character is better and more much ahead than scoring an A. When a student is of good character, mimi amenikuza, hiyo A tutaitafuta. Lakini kwanza tuanzie hapa, are you of good character? That's how we begin. Choice Atieno anasema kindness is because you show compassion to others. Yeah, in fact nimeandika, hiyo nimekubali. Kindness is one of the ways that shows you are of good character. Hiyo nimeandika. Sawa sawa? Hiyo nimeandika vizuri. Yes, showing kindness. Getting you very well, sir. Sorry for being late. You are of good character because you are apologizing for doing wrong. You're very good character. Yeah. So, but it's not late, I know. Ni mimi kidogo nimekuwa inconsistent because of the network here and there. Vitu tu za hapa na pale. Imani, I think nilikuwa nimesoma ya Imani. I think that's well. So now, we still have Oliver. Oliver, we are saying this. We are listing some of the behaviors that shows somebody is of good character. We only want 10 of them. Number 1, respect to others, showing empathy, dressing very well. You dress mzuri kama mimi. Yes. Good communication. Umaisikia mtu anaambiwa enda ufunzwe, enda ambia mama yako akufunze. I don't know, by the way, matters in the house mnakuanga na kazi mingi sana. Kila kitu enda ambia mama yako akufunze. Like, unaona mtu anakuja, patakwambia excuse me, I would like to, anakuambia hebu toka nikae hapa. Uone nilikuwa hapa? Mbona umefanya? Si unaona hiyo it shows communication yako iko chini kidogo. By the way, I will be talking about communication on Monday. I think on Monday I will be talking about good communication skills. Good communication skills. Umeona mtu ana decline your request lakini unafurahia fanya ame decline. You had gone to have a request for something. Yes, ana decline but unafurahia fanya ame decline. Why? Ali decline in a very good way. Hey, mpaka ana apologize ku decline. Mpaka wewe unamwambia hapana, don't apologize because that is it. Then being honest is one of the virtue that shows that uh, you have good character. Then kindness is another one that shows that you have good character. That's why but in kindness we were arguing kama inafaa ikue ama haikuwa inafaa kukua. So Oliver and the others who have not contributed, what do you think is one of the behaviors that shows that somebody is of good character? Yes, siko mingi sana. Mtu anapata pesa ya mtu kwa barabara, unauliziwa, yani umepata pesa, hutaki kuulizia, umepata pesa kwa your home. Unajua hii pesa inaweza kuwa ya mom, inaweza kuwa ya dad, inaweza kuwa ya my elder brother, lakini ukaamua tu hii siulizi, you are of bad character. The Bible says, bad company ruins good morals. Hiyo nilikuwa nataka nimalizie nayo, when you have given me the remaining 4 points on some of the behaviors that can be categorized as of good character. Now, the Bible in the book of Proverbs says, bad company ruins good morals. So, I was asking somebody, who taught you this bad behavior? Your parents akasema no. Who? Kaniambia my fake friends. And those fake friends, they're still holding on to them. Fake friends. But of course, all of us, we have fake friends. Wanatufunza tabia mbaya. Nani alikuwa anasemanga, what do you call this? MB wa anatoka Western, anaitwa Salasia. Alikuwa anahusu na Churchill. Salasia, tangu kuja Nairobi, ni nini umelan? Kama nimelan vitu zingine mbaya. Nani amekufunza? And he was laughing. You know how he talks like marafiki zangu. So marafiki zake walikuwa wanamfunza tabia mbaya. Like our friends can teach us good things and bad things. When you have good company, like when you have people who will teach you morals, they will teach you very good company. When you have bad, they will teach you very bad company, and you will be like, my fake friends taught me these bad things. Sawa? Yes. So what do? We avoid bad company. What do? We get good company that will give us good morals. So obedience. Nani Oliver, what's the ndakuandikia ndio usikasirike. Lakini what's the difference between obedience and respect? Obedience. Nimekuandikia as a point number 7. Obedience. Give us the difference between obedience and respect. Kuna ingine, somebody send it to the inbox. Aliokopa kuandika hapo. Does hard work shows that you're of good character? I mean, being a hardworking person, does it show that you're of good character? Who is hardworking? Okay, if you are lazy, does it show that you are of bad character? That one I want to differ with it. Like, if you are okay, you may be lazy, but you are of good character. Because he can be lazy, yes. Okay, but I'm not lazy. I'm just saying you can be lazy, yes, but of good character, of course. Yes. Kindness, honest and lying. Wewe ni mtu mwenye anasema ukweli. Kuna mtu akiongea maneno, akiongea 5 sentences, of the 5, 1 is truth, the rest ni uongo. I wanted to say this. Somebody has said on my behalf. Loyalty and gratitude. I want to split. Dadeka loyalty number 8, very loyal person. Then gratitude. Someone who is of gratitude. Very grateful person. Yes, like ukimfanyia kitu, umaifanyia mtu kitu after 10 years, hata akumbuki kama kuna kitu ulimfanyia mzuri, hata kusema thank you alone hawezi. Even but there are people who have been doing very nice behavior. Like when someone does something good for you, when someone attempts to do something, hata cha kufanyia ameattempt kukufanyia something good for you, when someone was willing to do something for you. Hmm. Be grateful. Somebody say it. If you are not grateful, you are a great fool. Auchanipata. Ehe. If you're not grateful, you are a great fool indeed. So, what can we say? I want to wrap it up, then give a point number 10. Now, behavior should be the role of everyone. Behavior, we are supposed to surround that young person and make sure that person is of good behavior. I want to also say this. Most of you who are watching me are grown-ups. And the young people will be watching you how you are growing. I'm saying this. If possible, of course it is possible. Can we behave in a good way that when someone decides to copy your behavior, you are not misleading that person? As parents, can we behave so well that we will not be misleading our children if they try to copy us? Mhm. If I ask you a question, by the way, let me challenge you. I know you have a son and a daughter. Let me start with ladies in the house. If we ask you, do you want your son to get a wife that behaves exactly like you, does everything exactly like you? Will you be happy if your son gets a wife that behaves exactly like you? If your answer is honestly yes, I will be very happy if my son gets a wife that behaves like me. All the things that you're doing, huyo wife wa your son akuwa anafanya hivyo. Will you? If the answer is yes, then it means you're also behaving very well. To the men in the house, I included, would you want your daughter to get married to a person who behaves exactly 100% like you? If the answer is no, then there is something you need to improve. If the answer is yes, I ask another lady the same question. Do you want your son to marry a woman like you? Akasema, no, 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 no. My son deserves better. So nikamuuliza, but you are a wife to somebody. Why are you, mbona unatesa a son to someone? Hapo nayo alinichekesha nikaisha. Ati hapana, my son deserves the best. Okay. So umesikia swali nimeuliza, andika hapo yes kama unajiamini. Like, do you, anyway, hakuna haja nikusumbua, lakini you can write if you are sure. Do you, okay, to the ladies, if the answer is yes, andika yes. Do you want your son to get married to a woman exactly like you? I'm not talking about the physical appearance. I'm talking about the behavior. What you do behind the curtains. What you do behind the eyes of the people they know you. What you do in those places that nobody's watching you. How you treat your husband. How you treat everybody. Can your son marry someone like you and be contented 100%? Yes or no? Andika hapo. Men, will you be happy if your daughter or your sister, by the way, that as at ladies, you can put your son or your brother. Mhm. Can your sister or daughter get married to a person like you, kabisa? Would you be happy? Will you be contented? Like you will be saying, wow, amepata vizuri. If the answer is no, eh. Eh? If the answer is yes, then unabehave vizuri. So far, nobody has written yes. Nilivyo tu amwezi mkaandika. Point number 10. if someone who is a time cautious, by the way, being time cautious is a virtue. Keep time. It means you have been kept very well. Timekeeper. Yes, that's what I meant. So nobody is typing yes. Nobody is typing no. Najua ni kwa nini. Na hata kuna watu wamekasirika wanauliza ni what kind of a question are you answering? Mm. Yes. So, for those people who are watching me, the lesson was supposed to take 40 minutes. Sorry for taking much of your time. Tomorrow we are meeting for 40 minutes. I will send you the name of the topic during the day. Can you be always here so that we can unwrap, we can learn very many things? I have one request. Kindly share, subscribe my channel to very many people. I was asking because I want to make this inspiration go global. Ask yourself one question: how will you help Ambassador to make this channel go global? Whatever you can do, please do it. Or you can even text me, tell me, I want us to do this. How can we do to improve on our learning platform that is Ambassador Speaks? What can we do? I am waiting to hear from you. First of all, take the link, share. I know you are in very many groups, like 20 of them. Share there with everyone and tell them, let's learn together. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you for joining. I also want to thank God for making sure that the internet has not elapsed. Though kuna mahali ili rotate for 2 minutes or for less than 30 seconds, but there's no problem with that. It has continued. It has worked on very well. So where are you watching me from as we are ending the show? I know there are people who have just come late. Don't worry about that. Evans Kipkoech, Oliver Jesrek, and the others we have been with me. Otherwise, I don't have much to say. I would like to wish you a good night. See you tomorrow at exactly 9 p.m.